Well, Alona Swenson.
Jennifer Lawless.
Birthday girl.
Yes.
Should we talk about that?
Turning 50.
That was yesterday?
Monday.
Monday.
Mm-hmm. I can officially be a hug.
And a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring this morning's Community Spotlight program. Good Wednesday morning to everyone out there. Hope you're having a great day. Another beautiful day here in Rim Country. We are so spoiled with all the beautiful weather we get. And it doesn't look like we're going to have a white Christmas, but you never know. It might sneak up on us. I know I would love that. But this morning we are talking with Banner Payson Medical Center, and we're going to learn more about their volunteer program with Volunteer Director, Coordinator,
Sure,
Captain,
any of that works.
Colonel,
Sure.
General,
Sure.
Jennifer Lawless.
That volunteer girl,
The
Jennifer.
volunteer girl.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawless and a couple of volunteers, Alona Swenson and Ken Caldwell. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming in this morning to share with all of our listeners and our viewers on Facebook. If you're listening on the radio, you can see our smiling faces if you'd like on our Facebook page, KRIM FM, and we are live this morning. And again, going to talk about volunteerism and the volunteer program with Banner Payson Medical Center, opportunities if you're new to the area or you decided, hey, I'm at a point in my life I'd like to volunteer.
Yeah.
Why is Banner Payson Medical Center a great place to volunteer, Jennifer?
Chris, thank you for having us. I am officially an associate director, but I prefer that volunteer lady. That works just fine for me. As far as a great place to volunteer, I know when I've been on here before, we've talked about this. There's a lot of great places to volunteer here in Rim Country, tons. The reason I think the hospital is so special is because it's a real... You're giving back to people that are in a lot of need. Patients that are coming in at the hospital in particular, their families, volunteers and patients and their families, it's such a special volunteered thing because you're helping people that are really in a time of struggle and need, possibly fear, possibly pain. And so to see our wonderful volunteers who have the ability to spend more time than a staff member might visiting with family, to see our pet therapy volunteers come in and enjoy that. It's just a really special time. If you're the kind of volunteer that really wants to make an impact in someone's life, it really is that. Having said that, though, there are lots of opportunities to volunteer. It doesn't just have to be patient care. Like Ken, he works in our ED, that's direct patient care. But Ilona, she volunteers at High Country Seniors, so she's working with members in the community who are coming in to learn about our program, to sign up for classes. So we have lots of opportunities. We have pet therapy, we have administration support. I have volunteers that come in, Chris, and say, I want to volunteer at the hospital, but I don't want to have any patient contact, which always surprises me, but we have those opportunities also. The other great thing about volunteering at the hospital, in my opinion, and we'll have to ask the experts over here what they think, but it's a real family. This last weekend, one of our volunteers was playing at Common Grounds, and I went out and made sure I caught part of the show, and everything is like that. I've been to a veterans event where Ken was before. We really start to get to know each other, and just like the town of Payson is a great community, it's another little community within the community. So I just think it's a great program. I've been on here before. I get real excited and passionate because I'm just blessed because I get to help people that want to give back, and I get to help my staff get support that they need. So I just feel like I've got this incredible position, and I just love it, and I love our volunteers. Thank you.
Oh, there you go. I remember last time you came on with a couple volunteers.
Yeah.
You really emphasized or stressed how all of the volunteers are part of the Banner team, and everyone is working together to make a patient experience or wherever they're working just a better experience. And in talking to the volunteers, them sharing their stories, that was very evident that they loved what they were doing and really knew and realized they were making a big impact on people's lives?
Well, pre-COVID, we had 110 volunteers on our team, and we have a little over 200 staff members. So a third of our team is volunteers.
Wow.
So that is how important they really are. And so, I mean, they're just the unpaid part of our workforce, and they're awesome. I think anyone that takes time out of their day, what's the most precious thing we have? Our time and our health. So the fact that they take time out of their day when they could be doing something else and to come help us and to come help our patients and our community members, really, that's just, to me, that's as good as it gets.
So Alona, you've been doing this for a little while, haven't you? Maybe.
The dinosaurs were roaming when I started. It's been at least 15 years.
At least
I've lost count.
Yes.
But the thing that I have to laugh when Jennifer said expert. Do you know the definition of expert? X is a has-been and spurt is a drip. I'm not an expert. But anyway, the reason that I started volunteering, we were retired, and there's things that you can do, but when you get out into the community, and the one good thing about the High Country Seniors is you can name your days, you can name your hours. Usually, I mean, you do a specific morning or afternoon or whatnot, but you can do other things also. And so I volunteer for Wednesday mornings, and I work the membership, put the memberships in. And then my husband works the desk the same mornings, but we're separated. I'm in a different room, but anyway, it's been a lot different. Pre-COVID, we had, it seems like, a lot more going on there. We're coming back up to that now, but and Jennifer has really bending over backward to try to get the programs back on base, because there's so much. There's computer classes, there's diabetic classes, there's we have our TOPS groups that meets there, there's chair exercises, there's all kinds of things. Jennifer's got the list of, and they do newsletters where you can keep track of the different things. And if you're home, I mean, if you need to get out and either volunteer at the hospital or at Banner High Country Seniors, give a little bit of your time. It comes back to you 1,000-fold. We loan out. We have a medical closet where we loan out wheelchairs and potty chairs and canes and crutches. Some people don't know about that. They have cheaper membership to the Toronto gym. If you're a member of High Country Seniors, you get about a month free, I think it is.
You get half off your Toronto Country Gym membership.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the High Country Senior membership is only $15 a year, so when you figure you save $60.
No, not only that.
Yeah.
When you're a member, there's a lot of the merchants in town that give you a discount.
That's right.
When you're a member,
Yeah.
and you get your money back tenfold. But it's not the money that it's the fellowship, the camaraderie, and the time involved. So yeah, I enjoy it. It's necessary for me. It might not be necessary for them, but yeah.
So High Country Seniors,
Yeah.
what is the best way for seniors that are not part of the program to find out more information, to sign up? How do they do that?
Well, you can stop by. Our address is 80
I don't know.
7080.
She volunteers.
It's right across from Walmart.
That's what we usually say. It's a 2-story building right across from Walmart. We're open typically, it's the holidays, so we're closed next week, but we're typically open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And the telephone number is 928. We were really, really unprepared today, as you may have understood.
How about 928-596-4747?
Yes, and it's 215 North Beeline Highway. Thank goodness for phones, right?
Yes, I was able to look that up. And, well, it's the building also that just got re-sided.
Yes.
It got brand new
Doesn't it look
siding
beautiful?
on it. Yeah, so it looks great.
We are excited. We are open to new members, and you're right, Chris, 928-596-4747. We're having some new classes starting in January, including evening classes for the first time. We have Computer 101 classes coming, hula dancing, which should be amazing. Amateur radio club, which Ilona's husband is going to be leading. So we've got a whole bunch of new stuff coming. We were going to be having memoir writing classes, book club, more fitness classes. We're going to be even opening to some other community.
Well, we got really some good
things.
old ones too, because the diabetic workshop.
Yeah.
John Hancock handles that one too
Yeah.
for diabetic people. Well, even if you're not, it's a very healthy class.
So it's free to. So some of those are free to the public. We have doc talks every month. Those you don't have to be a member to come to those. So yeah, reach out to us. You can also go on to Banner Health. And look up Payson, and you'll find a link to our most recent newsletter there.
And there's also highcountryseniorcitizens.com is the website. And I'm looking at it right now. Yeah. And there's information about High Country Senior Center. You're like, is there? And we'll see if that is the still an accurate site, or if that's...
This is not our site.
That's not yours.
No, this is not our site, but I appreciate you checking.
Wow.
I'm actually working on getting our website up and running. I have an appointment in January. We just have a link right now on the Banner Payson Medical Center page. There's a link for the most current newsletter, so you can go there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but I appreciate you checking. Thank
No,
you.
well, yep, and I just saw right there, it's for Du Bois, Wyoming, so not Payson. I guess maybe similar to Payson.
When I get that updated, can I send that to you to share with your listeners?
Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely. So again, the building right across from Walmart, 215 North Beeline Highway, and that's, wow, a great deal, $15 a year.
Yeah.
And all the different programs.
Well, now, also, if you have you and your spouse,
Yeah.
you save $3, because then it's only $27 for the two of you instead of $15 for one, so.
Golly.
It's crazy. And then all the classes are included.
Yeah.
So all the fitness classes, the hula classes, all the things you want to do are included. Yep.
There we go, hula classes. I think there's a video of me somewhere doing hula.
I'm telling you, it's
Yeah.
going to be a
It's
blast.
fun. Hulas.
I just came back from Hawaii and I got to see a lot of hula dances.
Did you learn anything?
Did you bring any hula moves back?
I don't know about that.
Bless yours.
Well, and now Ken, you volunteer in, is it the emergency?
The emergency room.
Okay.
First of all, there's lots of places to volunteer. And I certainly kind of looked at some of those opportunities, and I do more than one. So working at the hospital is really kind of enjoyable. I've been doing this for about 3 years. Before starting, they take an adequate amount of time to kind of give you safety procedures, and then of course someone indoctrinates you on that particular department. One of the things that I really enjoy is the fact that these people come in at all hours of the day and night, and yes, they may be in pain, or they certainly have a medical problem that needs immediate attention, but there's a certain amount of fear and anxiety, and they really want to have all their answers and all their problems solved very quickly. That doesn't often happen because of the fact that tests have to be performed, and it takes a good while in order to get the results back from those particular tests. One of the things that I do is that I seem to have a personality that I can easily chat with the patients, and no, I don't ask, what is your problem and what can I do for you, but how are you feeling and what's your concerns and how long have you been here? And some of these tests take a while, maybe an hour, maybe two, or whatever it happens to be, depending upon the workload at the time. I find that the patients always feel very comfortable. They feel more relaxed when someone other than the staff is poking and jabbing at them for a variety of reasons, etc. It kind of calms them down. Quite often in the emergency room, it's kind of chilly back there. And so, hey, I give them warm blankets. I kind of know what kind of conditions they're in and whether or not they might be willing to have a glass of water or a cup of coffee or something of that sort, etc. But I certainly check on them on a regular basis. The one thing that I really enjoy, in addition to working with the patients, is that I've worked in other departments, and here, once you've been there for a while in the emergency room, they know what your skills and your capabilities are. And I have found that the doctors and the staff actually develop a relationship with me. And so, hey, they've asked about, oh, you're going to Hawaii, you're going to be there how long? What are you going to do? Those kinds of things. And I find it to be really important, and we develop the relationship. I've also asked them, where do you go on vacations? The traveling nursing staff, et cetera, where are you staying and how's things going? Those kinds of things. But it's really quite rewarding, and I find the schedule to be flexible. I either do Mondays or Thursdays. I do it from 8 to 12, and we get a free lunch. Hey, that's always nice.
Oh.
And of course, my wife and I work on different days.
Mhm.
She does Tuesdays, and I do Thursdays primarily, so we don't have to worry about lunch for 2 days out of the week.
Mhm.
And the meals are absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
It really and truly is. But also, when a patient leaves, that room or that cubicle, whatever you want to refer to it as, needs to be sterilized. It's a very basic skill. If the staff was to work on it, it would probably take them in the neighborhood of about 20 minutes to prepare the cubicle for the next patient. And I find that they're really busy. Yes, they may have a few minutes to sit down and what have you, but they need to have lunch or breakfast or whatever it happens to be, an extra cup of coffee, or just kind of collect themselves and realize what are their responsibilities to the existing patients that they have. And so I'm never overly rushed, but I'm busy, and I really enjoy that. Not only do I say sterilize the cubicles or the exam rooms, but I also restock the cabinets, things of that sort, take blood samples to the lab, and just a variety of things. But I find that in the 4 hours, about 3 hours and a half, I'm busy.
Mhm.
And I really enjoy that. But I really enjoy the fact that I feel as if I am appreciated. And as I said, I've worked in other departments. Yes, the feeling was the same, but it's a little different, and it really is ideal in the emergency room.
That's great. And just a couple things you mentioned first. Oh my goodness, the food. People listening, if you haven't had the food here at this hospital,
It's amazing.
It is great.
Yeah.
They're not just saying this, but Frank and his
Yeah.
entire kitchen staff
Mhm.
do an incredible job with
Yeah.
the food, to where, if you're volunteering, where you're working there,
Yeah.
that's a big plus.
It really, truly is. It's a
Yeah.
very big plus. And everyone in the cafeteria staff are just absolutely outstanding.
Mhm.
We wear the little, what do you want to call it, the vest or,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and as you're walking through the halls, one thing that's absolutely outstanding is that almost every individual in the staff will say hello, good morning, how are you,
Mhm.
whatever it happens to be. And to me, that is kind of reconfirming an appreciation.
Mhm.
And so, hey, you can't find it any better than it is there at the Banner Hospital.
That's great. And Ilona, that you must experience that as well, because you, having done this now for 15 years, if you didn't feel appreciated or like you were making a difference, you were having an impact, you probably wouldn't continue.
Yes, with our closet, people come in and rent,
Mhm.
as I say, and a lot of times they did not know about that. If you rent it elsewhere, or if you have to buy it, it's more expensive too.
Mhm.
And then the classes and everything that go on there are really, there are exercise classes for chair exercises if you can't get out of a chair. There are learning capabilities where you can, it's just a really great place. When I used to work the front desk, but now, as I say, I'm in membership, so I'm on the computer.
Mhm.
The front desk, they take your membership by credit card. They can even take it over the phone. And if you're interested in volunteering, you just come in and say hi, and man, they'll grab you up and sit you down and get you on board. Because
Yeah.
everybody is short-staffed.
Mhm.
You go to any restaurant, any store, any whatever, and you complain about the service, well, it's not really the service, it's the lack of people.
Yes.
And we probably could use 15, 20 more people, easy. And it's something that you can do, that you can learn, or that you already know. Now, I used to be an executive secretary, so I'm familiar with the computer. My husband used to work for the telephone company, and he's very comfortable with the phones and the credit card machine and all that other too. They'll take what talents you have, and they'll expand upon them, and your day goes fast. I mean, at home it kind of boring sometimes because but when you make time to give of your time to something like that, it not only benefits them, it benefits you.
And it's so true these days. Most, if not all, of the businesses are faced with different challenges depending on what the business is, whether it's the hospital, the library, a restaurant, a gas station. I mean, it doesn't matter what business it is. There's different challenges that they're facing right now. What I love is with both of you and other people that volunteer in the community and are doing something. The impact and the difference you're making with the people in the emergency department, and like you said, Ken, taking their mind off of what they're dealing with, the pain, maybe the worrying, the anxiety, taking their mind off that, just chatting with them and being there for them, and being there, for the High Country seniors, and just being involved in all the programs. It's great to see, and I love it, whether you're a senior and retired or a young person, because we have teenagers in here that are involved in the community, that are working, that are doing different things. But people of all ages in our community, I really feel like we have a lot of people that are go-getters, that get out there and do things, and it has a big impact on our community.
But it's also kind of like an extended family. I noticed that when I'm in one of the grocery stores, I may very well have a doctor say, well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, etc. So they remember me.
That's great.
I just-
It is important.
I just wanted to say too, first of all, thank you, Ken and Ilona. You guys' stories are great, and we do need people in the emergency department. That's a department that is one of our busier areas, and so we are looking for people. But to your point, Chris, we have volunteers from 18 to 94 at the hospital.
Wow.
So basically anyone who just wants to give back, or if you're a young person and you want to learn more about the medical profession, I will do everything from getting you the opportunity to do interview skills, resume writing with our HR leader, Lauren Wise. She's wonderful about that with our teens. They can do observing surgeries. I mean, we can do all kinds of stuff with young people who are interested in getting into the medical profession. It's a great way to see, hey, is this really for me? Is this something I'd like? And so there are tons of opportunities, like I say, in every department. Certainly our front desk and our emergency department right now are where I'm looking the most. But a lot of great opportunities. It's a wonderful team. You really do become like family. And as far as High Country Seniors goes, we have a lot of great classes. We're reopening after COVID. We had a lot of restrictions. So anyone that's interested in any of that can reach out to me at that number you gave earlier about volunteering or High Country Seniors. I'm here to help.
And before we close up, the one individual who was 94, I think he retired 3 different times. But he would retire, and then when he got stronger and healthier and what have you, he came back and volunteered again. So age is really not a problem. If you're in somewhat good health, it certainly is an excellent opportunity, no matter what your age, and I think you'd be greatly appreciated.
And it doesn't even, matter the amount of time. It's not like you're looking for people to be in there 5 days a week.
No.
If it's 1 day, 2 days, whatever you can give.
Right.
Mostly 4-hour shifts.
4-hour shifts.
Most people do 1 day a week, 4-hour shift. I have some people that do specialized things where they're there for only 2 hours a week. I have some people that want to volunteer more than that, and they might pick up 2 shifts a week. So yeah, we can work with that. I also want to just tell people, I get that people have holidays, they have grandkids show up, they have things happen. I don't ask people to find their own substitutes. We manage that. The volunteers don't need to worry about that scheduling piece. They just need to come when when they can come. Most of our people come regularly every week. So, and just to clarify one more thing, our medical loan closet at High Country Seniors is free. So when you borrow something, it's free. We don't charge you anything. Just I heard you talking about other places might rent, but we just loan it out for free.
But we want you to bring it back when you're finished with it too.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Returning it is very much appreciated. Please bring it back.
Yes.
You're not charging
Yeah.
people for it, so please bring it
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, and we have a cancer closet at High Country Seniors too, where we can help people with, we have wigs that we can give people that are going through chemotherapy, women that might be losing their hair. So if you are interested in a cancer closet, medical loan closet, just finding out about community resources, High Country Seniors is a great a resource in town for that.
So, if you do want to become part of the Banner Payson Medical Center volunteer family,
Yes.
they should contact you. What is your phone number or best way to get a hold of you? Calling just the hospital asking for you.
You can call me at 928-596-4747 at High Country Seniors.
Okay.
And I am right there. I'm there Monday through Thursdays now, and I'm Fridays at the hospital. So that's a great way to reach me, 928-596-4747. And any questions you have, just to find out, hey, would this even work for me? I'm happy to answer them. I've been here over 5 years now, and so I know enough answers to make it sound like I know what I'm talking about, so I'm happy to take those calls.
There we go. Well, just like that, it's 10:30, and thank you so much for coming on, Ken, Alona, and Jennifer. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for volunteering. Thank you.
More than welcome.
Everything
Thank you for
do.
having us and giving us the opportunity to spread the good word.
Hey, that's what we love doing, spreading the good word. There's so many great things, great people in the community, and it's great to share that. So
Thanks,
you.
Chris.
Thank
We appreciate you.
Yep, you guys have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And thank you everyone for listening and watching on our Facebook page, and a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring our Community Spotlight program. Time to get back to the music with some Leonard Skinner, Golden Earring, Bruce Springsteen, and more. But first, a quick update from the National Weather Service.
So your WIG program is just for women.
Right. Say what the wing for, I don't know. I wasn't